everyone, this is your Kalpana. In this video, we are going to see when to use reduction formula. So we are going to evaluate two problems on integration. Okay. So we use properties of definite integral. So first problem, evaluate integral from 0 to pi x into sine power 5x into cos power 6x dx. Solution. Let I equals to the given integration. Integral from 0 to pi. Integrand you are having x sine of 5x into cos power 6x into dx. Okay. So consider it as equation 1. Now what we are going to do is we are going to apply the first property. Integral from a to b f of x dx equals to integral from a to b f of a plus b minus x into dx. Okay. So this equals to integral from 0 to pi f of x if f of x equals to x sine power 5x cos power 6x, then f of a plus b minus x will be a plus b minus x is equals to f of a is 0 plus b is pi minus x, which is equals to f of pi minus x. So this is equals to, now replace x with pi minus x. Now we are going to replace x with pi minus x. Then you'll get pi minus x into sine power 5 into pi minus x into cos power 6 of pi minus x. Okay. So we are going to use the first property here. So now equation 1 becomes integral 0 to pi minus x into sine power 5 pi minus x cos power 6 pi minus x into dx. This can also be written as is equals to integral 0 to pi minus x into sine pi minus x whole power 5 into cos pi minus x whole power 6 into dx. Okay. Since we are having pi minus x, so pi minus x will be in second quadrant. Okay. All silver teacups. If you consider all silver teacups rule, in the second quadrant, sine and cosecant will be positive and remaining will be negative. So sine pi minus x is equals to plus sine x. Since you are having pi, so sine will be sine. So you will not change the function. Cos pi minus x equals to minus cos x. So this is equals to integral from 0 to pi into pi minus x. Now replace sine pi minus x with sine x. Sine x whole power 5 into Now replace cos pi minus x with minus cos x. So minus cos x whole power 6 into dx. Alright. So this is equals to integral from 0 to pi minus x into sine power 5x. So minus power 6 is plus into cos x power 6 is cos power 6x into dx. Okay. So we can say that the given function is even. Given function is even. Okay. Since you got positive function finally. Okay. So the given function is even here. Consider it as equation 2. Therefore, the given integrand is even. Okay. So now equation 1 becomes, equation 1 implies I equals to integral from 0 to pi. Now you can write this as pi into this one minus x into this one, right? So pi into sine power 5x cos power 6x into dx minus integral 0 to pi x into sine power 5x into cos power 6x dx, which is your I. So this is equals to integral from 0 to pi into sine power 5x into cos power 6x dx minus, this is your I from equation 1. Since from equation 1 I equals to integral from 0 to pi x into sine power 5x into cos power 6x into dx. Okay. Now this implies I equals to, I'm writing the same thing. Okay. Integral from 0 to pi into sine power 5x into cos power 6x dx plus, minus I. Good. So this implies, if you take this minus I to left hand side, you'll get I plus I equals to integral from 0 to pi into pi sine power 5x into cos power 6x dx. So this implies I plus I is 2I equals to, since pi is constant, so you can take it outside the integral, then you'll get pi into integral from 0 to pi sine power 5x into cos power 6x into dx. Right. Now, you can write this upper limit pi as pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is equals to 2 times pi by 2. Okay. So this is equals to pi into integral 0 to 2 times pi by 2 sine power 5x into cos power 6x dx. Okay. So now this is of the form integral from 0 to n a into f of x dx. So we'll use the third property. Okay. Since our integrand is even, so we'll use the first formula. Integral from 0 to n a f of x dx equals to n into integral from 0 to a f of x into dx when f of x is even. Okay. Since we are having f of x is even, so you will use the first formula, that is n. In the place of n you are having 2 and in the place of a you are having pi by 2. Okay. And this is your f of x. So 2 into integral from 0 to pi by 2 f of x sine power 5x into cos power 6x into dx. Okay. Right. So this is equals to this implies 2I equals to pi into 2 is 2 pi into integral from 0 to pi by 2 sine power 5x into cos power 6x dx. Okay. So now we are going to use the reduction formula to solve this problem. Reduction formula. Integral from 0 to pi by 2 sine power mx into cos power nx dx equals to m minus 1 into m minus 3 into so on into 1 into n minus 1 into n minus 2 to so on into 1 divided by m plus n into m plus n minus 2 into so on 2 into pi by 2 when m and n are even. If otherwise condition, m minus 1 into m minus 3 into so on into 1 into n minus 1 into n minus 3 into so on into 1, sorry, 2 or 1. So on into 2 or 1 into n minus 1 into n minus 3 into so on into 2 or 1 divided by m plus n into m plus n minus 2 into so on m plus n into m plus n minus 2 into so on into 2 or 1 otherwise. Okay. So if it is even, both m and n are even, we will include pi by 2. Otherwise, we'll include 1. Okay. And remaining will be same. We will subtract odd numbers to m and we'll subtract odd numbers to n in the numerator. In the denominator, you will subtract even numbers to m plus n. Okay. Same for the otherwise condition. Okay. So now compare this to the actual formula. So you'll get m equals to 5 and n equals to 6. M equals to 5 and n equals to 6. That is odd, even. So you'll use the second condition, otherwise. Okay, fine. So this equals to 2 pi into m. M equals to 5 and n equals to 6. So 5 minus 1 into 5 minus 3. The next term will be 5 minus 5, which is equals to 0. So we will neglect the next terms into, for n, 6 minus 1 into 6 minus 3 into 6 minus 5. The next term will be 6 minus 7. For this you will get negative number or negative term. So you will neglect the remaining terms. Divided by m plus n. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 into 11 minus 2 into 11 minus 4 into 11 minus 6 into 11 minus 8 into 11 minus 10. Okay. And the next term will be 11 minus 12. Again you will get the negative number, so you will stop it here. So this equals to 2 pi into 5 minus 1 is 4 into 5 minus 3 is 2 into 6 minus 1 is 5 into 6 minus 3 is 3 into 6 minus 5 is 1 divided by 11 into 11 minus 2 is 9 into 11 minus 4 is 7 into 11 minus 6 is 5 into 11 minus 8 is 3 into 11 minus 10 is 1. Okay. So now 1 1 gets cancelled, 3 3 gets cancelled, 5 5 gets cancelled, and finally you'll get 2 pi into 4 2s are 8 divided by 9 into 11 is 99 into 7. 99 into 7. 7 9s are 63 into 7 9s are 63. 63 plus 6 is 69. So this equals to pi into 2 into 8 by 693. Okay. So you got 2I equals to 2 into pi into 8 by 693. So this implies I equals to 2 by 2 into pi into 8 by 693. 2 2 gets cancelled. So this equals to 8 pi by 693. 8 into pi is 8 pi divided by 693. So therefore, integral from 0 to pi x into sine power 5x into cos power 6x dx equals to 8 pi by 693. So this completes the first problem. Okay. Next. Second problem, evaluate integral from 0 to 2 pi x into sin power 6x into cos power 5x dx. Solution. Let I equals to integral from 0 to 2 pi x into sin power 6x cos power 5x into dx. Okay. So now we are going to use or apply the first property. Integral from a to b f of x dx equals to integral from a to b f of a plus b minus x into dx. So this equals to integral from a, that is 0, and b will be your 2 pi into x. So now you have to replace x with a plus b minus x. 0 plus 2 pi minus x into sin power 6 of, again replace x with, so you are having 0 plus 2 pi minus x, you can write it as 2 pi minus x. 2 pi minus x into sin power 6 into 2 pi minus x into cos power 5 into 2 pi minus x into dx. Okay. This can be written as integral from 0 to 2 pi into 2 pi minus x. We can write it as sine of 2 pi minus x whole power 6 into cos 2 pi minus x whole power 5 into dx. Okay. So 2 pi minus x. This is your 2 pi and 3 pi by 2. So 2 pi minus x exists in fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, cos and secant will be positive and remaining will be negative. So sine 2 pi minus x is equals to minus sine x, and cos 2 pi minus x equals to cos x. So this equals to integral from 0 to 2 pi into 2 pi minus x into minus sin x whole power 6 into cos x whole power 5 into dx. So this equals to, now this implies I equals to integral from 0 to 2 pi into 2 pi minus x into minus power 6 is plus, and sin x power 6 can be written as sin power 6x into cos x power 5 can be written as cos power 5x into dx. So this equals to integral from 0 to 2 pi into 2 pi into sin power 6x into cos power 5x dx minus integral from 0 to 2 pi x into sin power 6x into cos power 5x dx. Okay. So this implies I equals to, since 2 pi is constant, so you can take it outside the integral, 2 pi into integral from 0 to 2 pi into sin power 6x into cos power 5x dx minus, this is your I from equation 1 minus I. Since I equals to integral from 0 to 2 pi x into sine power 6x into cos power 5x dx. Okay. So now this implies, now take this I to left hand side, then you will get I plus I, which is equals to 2I equals to 2 pi into integral from 0 to 2 pi sine power 6x into cos power 5x dx. So this implies 2I equals to 2 pi into integral from 0 to 2 pi sine power 6x into cos power 5x dx. Okay, this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. So finally you'll get I equals to pi into integral from 0 to 2 pi sine power 6x into cos power 5x dx. Okay, so this is of the form integral from 0 to NA into f of x into dx. We know that our integrand is even since you don't have any minus signs here. So we can consider it as even function. Since f of x is even, then you'll consider the first one, n into integral from 0 to a f of x into dx. So this is equals to pi into n. In the place of n, you're having 2. And in the place of a, you're having pi. Integral from 0 to pi sine power 6x into cos power 5x into dx. Now, this can be written as 2 into pi into, which is equals to 2 pi into integral from 0 to pi sine power 6x into cos power 5x into dx. Okay, so now again you're having integral from 0 to pi. If you want to apply reduction formula, we need the upper limit pi by 2. Since you're having pi, so again you'll repeat the process. Okay, so you'll use the first property, which is equals to 2 pi into integral from a to b f of x dx equals to integral a to b f of, that is sine power 6 of, you have to change x in terms of a plus b minus x. That is 6 plus 5 minus x. 6 plus 5 minus x will be, 6 plus 5 is 11. Okay, not 6 plus 5, sorry. 0 plus pi minus x. So 0 plus pi minus x will be pi minus x. So sine of pi minus x, sine power 6 of pi minus x into cos power 5 of pi minus x into dx. Since you are having pi minus x, which exists in second quadrant. In the second quadrant, if you consider all silver teacups rule, sine and cosecant will be positive and remaining functions will be negative. So this is equals to 2 pi into integral from 0 to pi. We'll get sine pi minus x equals to sin x and cos pi minus x equals to minus cos x. Okay, so Sin pi minus x. See, for our convenience, we can write it as sin pi minus x whole power 6 and cos power 5 of pi minus x can be written as cos pi minus x whole power 5. So, sin pi minus x can be replaced by sin x. Sin x whole power 6 into, now cos pi minus x can be replaced by minus cos x whole power 5 into dx. So this implies I equals to 2 pi into integral from 0 to pi. Sin x whole power 6 will be sin power 6x. Minus power 5 is minus. And cos x power 5 will be cos power 5x into dx. So here our integrand is odd since we are having negative sign. Okay. So f of x is odd. If f of x is odd, integral from 0 to na is 0. You can write this pi as, pi can be written as pi by 2 plus pi by 2, which is equals to 2 times pi by 2. So you can replace pi with 2 times pi by 2. So integral from 0 to na f of x dx is equals to 0 when f of x is odd. So our answer is I equals to 0. 2 pi into 0, which is equals to 0. So therefore I equals to 0 is your answer. So this completes the second problem. This is all for now. Hope you will understand. We have done 2 problems in this video. If you have any doubts, just leave your comments. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.